Ito po. Can we have a bigger check? Gusto ko ipakita ito. Can you place it in the middle? So makikita nyo ito. Makikita nyo po ito na nagbayad ang embassy ng China. Nagbayad ang embassy ng China sa Infinitus Marketing Solutions ng 930,000 pesos. Ang Bank of China. Bank of China for the activities mentioned in the contract, in the service contract. So ito ay nagpapatunay na itong checking ito dated 2023 ay for services rendered doon sa contract ng Invictus, which is Infinitus, which is a Filipino registered organized corporation. Meron akong gustong ipakita ang kontrata. Gusto ko ipakita ang isang kontrata. Can we flash that on the screen? Can we enhance that? Ito po ay isang kontrata na pinasukan ng isang korporasyon, Infinitus Marketing Solutions Inc. Take note, Securities and Exchange Commission. Ito po yung pangalan noong kumpanya sa taas, kung makikita nyo. Nakalagay po sa agreement na binilugan this contract made and entered into August 2023 in the city of Makati by Philippines, by and between the Embassy of the People's Republic of China in the Republic of the Philippines, represented by the Director of Media and Public Relations, Chinese Embassy, Mr. Wu Qingqi, with office address at 4896 Antonio Arnaiz Avenue, Makati, Metro Manila, hereinafter referred to as client, and Infinitus Marketing Solutions Inc., represented by Micah Pointon, Marketing Director with business address, nandiyan naman po, Valero, Makati, as the provider. Makikita po natin dito, merong isang service agreement. Siguro magbubukas kaisipan din ito sa ating mga security agencies na nakakapasok din sa service agreement ang isang embahada patungkol sa isang trabaho. At ang trabaho po rito ay siguro papakita ko to mamaya. Siguro, can we go to the next slide? Can we go to the next slide? Ayan. Ang trabaho po, babayaran ng kliyente, nakalagay po doon, payable to Infinitus Marketing Solutions, bank deposit, magta-transfer, magbabayad po. Ang kliyente po ang People's Republic of China, babayaran nila, zoom muna, paliitin mo muna. Ayan, babayaran nila through a bank transfer sa Union Bank, account number, blah, blah, blah. Nakita niyo po yung account number dito. Meron silang agreement. Ang trabaho ng Infinitus is to provide keyboard warriors. Keyboard warriors. Ano pa ibig sabihin ng keyboard warriors? To play a vital role in the overall effectiveness of the management project. So may mga salary dito, may increase. Depende siguro ito sa, pero kalagay dyan, no? We aim to acknowledge their hard work, dedication, and continuous commitment to delivering exceptional results. So, loyalty was mentioned. Malamang-lamang itong keyboard warriors ay mga kababayan natin, mga Pilipino. Kasi ito yung tinatanong ko kanina, hindi lahat nakabase sa China. So ito po ay nagtatrabaho sa Pilipinas. Nakita na natin yung address kanina sa Makati rin. So nagpo-provide sila ng services. Yun ang pinasukan ng China, People's Republic of China, through their embassy, sa isang korporasyon sa Pilipinas. At yan yung gusto kong saliksikin ng Securities and Exchange Commission. Kasi ang daling mag-register sa inyo, ang daling mag-incorporate Kahit online, may incorporate, pero hindi naman natin alam kung ano yung ginagawa. Keyboard warriors. Can we go to the next page? Next slide, please. Can we go to the next slide? Hindi pa yan. Isa pa. Yan. Gusto ko rin palang ipakita rin para patunayan na kasi ang dami kong dokumento rito. Ang haba na nito, kung ating uusisain ito, baka abutin tayo ng 1 linggo rito. Gusto kong ipakita ngayon, napakita ko yung kontrata kanina, yung cheque. Gusto kong ipakita yung cheque na ito po. Can we have a bigger check? Gusto kong ipakita ito. Can you place it in the middle? So makikita nyo po ito na nagbayad ang embassy ng China sa Infinitus Marketing Solutions ng 930,000 pesos. Ang Bank of China for the activities mentioned in the contract, in the service contract. So ito ay nagpapatunay na itong checking ito dated 2023 ay for services rendered doon sa contract ng Infinitus, which is a Filipino registered organized corporation. So ito ay nagpapatunay na China mismo ang nagbabayad. At ang mga nag-ooperate, siguro hindi naman nila alam na yun yung gagawin nilang trabaho. Ito na yung pinag-uusapan natin kanina. Meron bang mga tao na base rito sa Pilipinas na nag-amplify noong mga trabahong binabanggit kanina ng NICA, ng NSC, at maging ng iba't ibang ahensya. Mamaya po, ipapakita ko kung anong scope ng trabaho sa pinagbayarang ito. Para malaman din natin at ng ating mga kababayan na hindi ito simpleng kontrata. Ito pong kontrata at kabayarang ito ay pagyurak sa dignidad ng mga Pilipino. Pagyapak sa dignidad ng Pilipinas. Lahat po ng lumalabas ngayon, karamihan, yung akala natin ay viral, yung akala natin ay pinag-uusapan talaga, ay base pala sa mga ganito. Ang nagbayad ay China para atakihin ang maraming personalidad. At nabanggit ni DG Malaya kanina, baka kasama rin ako doon. Kaya pala, lagi akong pag mag-o-open ng Facebook, nababash na rin ako. Kahit wala akong kinalaman doon. Hindi po kasalanan noong mga kababayan natin siguro na nagtatrabaho doon kung ano yung ginagawa nila. Wala naman silang intensyong sirain ang presidente ng Pilipinas, ang miyembro ng Senado, ng Kongreso, ng Hudikatura, at lahat na. At kung ano po yung iutos sa kanila, yun po ay base doon sa kontratang pinakita ko. Can we show the contract again, the first page? Ayun. So, can you enhance that? So, si Infinitus ay tumutupad lamang sa kontrata. Can we have the second page? Can we have the next page? The next page, please. At meron pong keyboard warriors. Siguro, yung mga kababayan natin doon ang naging keyboard warriors. Hanggang ngayon, ongoing pa ho ito. Hindi lang ito doon sa Infinitus. Marami pa ho yan. Isang folder po yung dala ko. Marami pa ho yan. Hindi lang yan ang akala natin, yun ang tunay na sentimiento ng mga nagpo-post at nagre-react. Subalit, ito pala nagpapatunay na binayaran. Binayaran ng People's Republic of China. Para sirain, hindi lang ang kredibilidad ng isang tao o namumuno, kung hindi ng ating bansa. Pwede mo natin itabi ito at magsasalita ako doon. So nakita niyo po yon. Nakita niyo po kung paano tayo araw-araw na niyayapakan ng isang foreign country, kung paano po tayo niyuyurak. So nakita natin yung services na ginagawa nung Infinitus. Hindi po ito normal public relations. Hindi po ito normal PR campaign. Ang ginagawa po is to openly provide information and convey the policies of the Chinese government. The money that the Chinese embassy paid was for something hidden and sinister. It was to finance a troll farm. Troll farm po yun. A covert disinformation and influence operation against the Philippine government and the Filipino people. Tingnan po natin yung cover ng kanilang report. Nagsasubmit po sila ng report monthly sa Chinese Embassy. Tingnan po natin yung cover ng report. Hindi po yan. Yan. Makikita nyo po dito, sa November 2024 po ito, bandera po yan ng People's Republic of China. Yun nasa kanan. So meron silang social monthly report, issue management on social media sa Facebook. Nasa baba po yung Infinitus, yung pangalan ng troll farm na binabayaran ng China. Pinagmamalaki po nila doon sa report ng Infinitus na meron silang nung maaga pa lang, hundreds of fake social media accounts they have created using fake personas. Nagpapanggap ng mga ordinaryong Pilipino, teachers, estudyante, negosyante, members of the armed forces. Each fake persona pretending to be one of us. So ibig sabihin po, yung lumalabas sa Facebook ay hindi totoong tao. Hindi po totoong tao, ito po ay troll. Nagpapanggap na mga maestra, nagpapanggap na OFW. Kaya lang, ang ating mga kababayan ay naliling lang. Pag sumali sa conversation, oy, meron teacher sa ganitong lugar na nagalit kay ganito. Sasagot, hahaba na. Na-involve sila sa discussion. Hindi nila alam, finance ito ng People's Republic of China through the Chinese Embassy in the Philippines. At ganun din yung tanong ko kanina, kung paano ito nakaka-influensya sa eleksyon. Marami dito, basher pa. Papakita ko po sa inyo, yung sinasabi nila, they boast, pinagmamalaki nila sa kanilang foreign masters sa China, about 50,000 people entangled in their web of deceit. So meron ng mga sumali doon sa mga usapan, 50,000. Totoong Pilipino na yon. Hindi alam na yung kanilang sinalihan ay istoryang gawa-gawa ng China through Infinitus. Pinatunayan ko sa inyo, nagpakita pa nga ako ng cheque na kabayaran ng Chinese Embassy sa Infinitus. Those ordinary social media users do not know that they friended or followed fake personas directed by China. Finrend nila, pero hindi nila alam na hindi tao ito. Makikitang malinaw na ang pamahalaan ng China sa pamamagitan ng Chinese Embassy ay nagbabayad ng mga Pilipino upang magtrabaho sa troll farms, upang tuligsain at sirain ang administrasyon, ang Kongreso at ang ating pamahalaan. Papakita ko po yan sa inyo. Can we have the blue slide? Hindi po yan. Yung blue slide, yung social media. Yan, yung sa ilalim. Yung blue slide. Hindi yan. Yan. So makikita nyo dito yung social media army accounts. They call them army. Yung total accounts niya sa Facebook and Twitter, 330. Facebook accounts, 300. total Twitter accounts 30. Tapos, yung total friends nila, na tunay na tao, 53,322. Merong 11 na taong nag-ooperate, including the team leader. So, nandito po yan. Makikita niya. So, ganito po, isa lang po ito. Isa lang po ito sa operations nila. Marami pa hong iba sa iba't ibang rehiyon sa buong Pilipinas. Kaya yung iba, ang salita ay yung lingwahe na doon sa lugar. Akala ng mga kababayan natin doon, tunay na tao at tunay na sentimiento ang kanilang naririnig. Hindi nila alam, ang nagbabayad pala noon ay China. Yan po ang nakakalungkot. Can we have the second page? Yung important highlights of the month. Highlights of the month. Highlights of the month. Medyo maliit ito. Ito po yung mga comment nila. Highlights of the month. Ayan. Ito po yung report nila. Army propagated a special video explainer about the cons of the Typhoon missile system of the US being deployed in the Philippines. Army spread excerpts from the blog of Hosea Moonlight officials about the dangers of Bongbong Marcos regime in the Philippines and the history of its dictatorship family. Number 3, Tim shared controversial article published in the CNBC media about the world's auto giant makers need to partner with Chinese automakers to survive in the global market because of its dominant stature. Siguro ito, bunga na rin ng tariff war ngayon between China and the United States. Ito pang-apat, Tim also did massive comment operations on the FB pages of Surigao Congressman Robert Ace Barbers because of his negative statements about China regarding the issue in the South China Sea. Ito si Ace Barbers, muntik na magkasakit dito. Hindi na niya masagot siguro yung kung saan ang gagaling. Pero yung attack sa kanya, local dialect. Ganon prevalent itong nangyayari. Can we have the next page? Ito po yung mga response. Can we enlarge this? Can we enlarge this? Ayan, makikita nyo yung sa mga blue. Ayan, China. Ayan, kinukongratulate nila. Ito. Congrats China for taking good care of the environment. Nice to know about this place of good news, Ambassador. In reaction to a post made by the Ambassador, China made the pledge to the world to make the planet Earth a better place to live in. China has all the resources. Can we have the third blue slide? Join this exciting blog contest and win great prizes. May contest pa. O participate in this exciting contest from the Chinese Embassy Philippines FB page. So nakaka-entice pa sila. So ganito yung trabahong nangyayari ngayon na malamang-lamang hindi alam ng ating mga kababayan. Can we have the third slide? In my picture. Ito po. Sinabi po ng Chinese Embassy, ayan po. Tama yung slide na yun. Ayan. Chinese Ambassador to the Philippines, Huang Xilian. Post a blog about your China amazing story. What's your view about China's factor in your life? Create a blog in the Facebook, duration, etc., etc. Chinese President called on all parties. So makikita nyo how they shape, mold, mindsets through social media. Can we have that slide with pictures? Yung may picture. Lahat po, ayan. Kita mo to. Si Ace Barbers, walang kalaban-laban dito. Ayan, oh. Nag-post siya. Ayan. O, then, pagkatapos niyan, ano na siya? Can we have the third slide? Ito po ay galing doon sa Infinitus. Post po ito ng Infinitus. Lahat po sila. Si Congressman Mayor Bullet Halusos, lahat po sila. Yun lang, oh. Ayan. So makikita niyo dito, maging yung pag-aresto doon sa mga pogo, ay nag-react sila. Nag-react sila para masuportahan yung kwento ng China. Na walang kaalam-alam yung ating mga kababayan akala nila normal na tao, ay troll pala yon. Can we have the next slide? Ito po, November 26, 2024, bago-bago lang. Kung makikita nyo to, ang pinost po noong November 2026, 2024, si Bongbong Marcos pinagpapatuloy ang ginagawa ng pandambong ng kanyang ama. As the saying goes, the fruit does not fall far from the tree, like father, like son. So ang inaatake naman dito ang presidente ng Pilipinas. Hindi ko alam kung ano nangyari itong November 26, 2024, pero ang alam ko, pinirmahan yung Maritime Zones Law November 8, 2024. Hindi katagalan. So, ang tinitira dito ngayon ay ang presidente. Can we have the next slide? All of the instructions are coming from the Chinese Embassy in Manila. Tone and voice. Ito po, November 12. Ito, 4 days after the signing of the Maritime Zones Law. Tingnan niyo po ang sagot ng mga troll. China has all the right to oppose this because it runs counter to their territorial stand. These new maritime laws and protocols will just worsen our conflict with China. Ang sumasagot po nito, nagpo-post po nito, Pilipino. Akala ng mga nagre-react din, ay tunay na sentimiento nila. Ito po yung troll farm. The Philippine government should not have passed this law because they very well know that it will only intensify our conflict with China and other Asian neighbors. Number 4, China will not be the only country to be affected by the new maritime laws. Our other Asian neighbors who also have territorial disputes, claims in the South China Sea will be affected. So, gumagawa po sila ng narrative. May sumagot pa isa, unbelievable. That was my reaction when I first read about these new maritime claims by our country. Why would our government do acts that would further escalate our tensions with China? So, lumalabas po dito na peke po ito. Hindi po ito tamang sentimiento ng ating mga kababayan dahil pinakita ko yung cheque, binabayaran naman sila. Among the objectives of this sinister operation is to convince. Ito po ay lumabas din sa kanila. To convince Filipinos that without China, they would be, and I quote, dirt poor people in a backwater country. Kung wala daw ang China, tayo ay mahirap na mamamayan nasa isang backward country na puro putik. Siguro yung tinutukoy dito, yung lagayan ng kalabaw. Wala na pong pinakamataas na insulto siguro ang pwedeng nating maramdaman. Sinasabi nila kung wala ang China, ay wala ang Pilipinas ngayon. Can we have the campaign objectives? Yung next slide. Campaign objectives. Campaign objectives. Wala? I have it here. So, nakalagay po doon, while insulting the Filipinos, the Troll Farms RV is also paid to, and I quote, always support the Chinese ambassador and the embassy pages. Apparently, they are also insecure that they pay for fake followers and praise themselves on social media. So pinaikot-ikot na po tayo rito. We have a Chinese government paying via its embassy in Manila, Philippine nationals working for a troll farm to attack our country, to attack the administration, using fake names, and with clear guidance to keep secret what they are actually working for. Not unlike the POGO, they recruit and pay or coerce our own citizens, in this case, to attack our country's policies. Yung ginagawa ng Navy, yung ginagawa ng Coast Guard, yung ginagawa ng Sandatahang Lakas, behind a fake social media account trying to manipulate the Philippine public. These fake social media accounts have criticized the President, criticized cabinet officials. Ito nga, hindi alam nitong mga representative na mga gabinete dito. Criticize outspoken legislators, criticize the Philippine governments. For what did they criticize them? Ano po yung bakit tayo kinikriticize? For having the nerve to stand up in defense of the West Philippine Sea. For having the nerve not to allow our own seas to be taken by force. Doon po sila nagalit. Doon po sila nag-aalma. Ayaw nila na mapabalik ng buong buo na hindi naman nila nakukuha pa ang West Philippine Sea sa Pilipinas. Itong nangyayari pong ito is an outrageous behavior. It is a violation of every international norm. Sayang, wala dito ang Department of Foreign Affairs. It is certainly not the way that friends treat friends. And it is a mockery of the Chinese embassy's talk of friendship. Hindi tayo dapat magbulag-bulagan at isa-isang tabi ang ating mga natuklasan. Kahit itanggi ng China ito, malinaw na ang nakita natin ngayon, ang nakita natin kahapon ay hindi isolated events. Nakakasiguro tayo na hindi pa tapos ang China sa pagmamanman nila na ginagawa sa ating bansa. Ngunit salamat sa matatapang na sundalo, sa Navy, sa Coast Guard, at iba pang mga ahensya na nagtatanggol sa ating seguridad at kasarinlan. Sa mga tahimik na nagtatrabaho upang hindi lamang tayo basta sukulin ng China at patahimikin sa isang tabi. But the question is, why do they instruct their trolls to criticize the Philippines' effort to defend itself? The answer is simple and obvious. China does not want the Philippines to have the means to defend its territory and sovereignty. Ayaw nila. Ayaw nila. Ayaw nga nilang magtuloy yung ating ROTC. Ayaw lahat nila yan. They manufacture fake social media content against the Philippine government's policy, pretending to be motivated about concerns about peace in the region. They do this, as we saw yesterday, yung pinakita ng Navy at ng NBI. At the same time, they undertake against the Philippines a massive campaign of targeted espionage. It adds up to a multi-prong effort to gain information, kagaya ng sinabi kanina ng presentation ng NICA, and manipulate and ultimately destroy the Philippines' ability to oppose China. Ano po ang nangyayari ngayon? This activity is still ongoing. And this activity, I cannot emphasize enough, is happening everywhere. It is happening here in Metro Manila. It is happening in the two departments represented here, the OST, the ICT. It is happening in the provinces. Nakita ko sa isang slide. It is happening in the water. It is happening on land. It is happening in Subic Bay. It is happening in the coast of Palawan. Gusto nga nilang kunin ang Palawan. It is happening in the West Philippine Sea and even in the streets of Manila, kagaya nung kahapon sa mga malls. Worse, we see China is now recruiting citizens from our neighbor states. Meron kahapon pinakita ang NBI na may mga nahuling Cambodian. Kahapon, trying to hide behind the faces of our fellow Southeast Asians, trying to undermine our Southeast Asian community from within. China has every interest in keeping us and our brothers in this region isolated and divided. There can be little doubt that what is going on and what we are now uncovering, it is also doing to other countries in the region. Maliwanag po ito na hindi dapat tayo magbulag-bulagan. Maliwanag po ito na dapat we cannot close our ears and eyes and isolate ourselves that this will be okay. Mawawala na po ito, that no real damage has been done. The NICA has presented a while ago an economic estimate as of the damage already inflicted. Hindi rin po totoo that there is nothing to fear from a handful of men with drones and a handful of men with spy gear out there. We understand that why the spies are doing what they are doing, and that is to maximize their ability to harm us. Their wave of spying is an attack on every Filipino. Talagang hindi po tayo tinatantanan. Ang sabi nga sa Bisaya, nasabtan namo ngano mga kining mga espiya nagbuhat sa ilang gibuhat o kini aron napapapadako ang ilang abilidad sa paghimo kadato makadaot kini ang pagsulay sa pagpiliid o sa pag-atake sa matag Pilipino. It is an attack on the institutions of our state. We see spies linked to China everywhere, affecting even the most important centers of power, caught red-handed by the NBI. It is an attack on our freedom. It is an attack on what we deserve. It is an attack on the ability of every Filipino citizen to enjoy free press, learn the truth, speak and be heard, and stand up for ourselves and stand united. Kaya po siguro tayo ngayon, at this stage in history, ay tayo ay nag-aaway-away. It is an attack on our brave men and women in uniform. But make no mistake, the information that the spies have been collected, puts our sons and daughters, our brothers and sisters directly in harm's way. How can our sailors, how can our Navy, our Coast Guard protect themselves or protect us when the Chinese exactly know where they are? Hindi pa nagro-rory tayo. Alam na kung kailan aalis. Alam na kung nasaan sila, where they are going, and what exact time they would arrive. Most importantly, it is an attack on our future. It is nothing less than a concerted effort to ensure that China has the intelligence it needs to pen us, to force us to submit, to accept what they see fit to offer us. It is to conquer us without fighting. The Chinese have attempted to say, through the representative, that this is not happening. You have seen today the evidence and yesterday that it is happening. The Chinese have attempted to say that these incidents are happening but they are isolated. You have seen the evidence that they are connected. Pareho po yung sa drone. Pareho po yung sa Subic, yung sa Grande Island, yung nangyari po, yung nakuhan drone sa Initaw, sa Misamis Oriental. And they are happening at Beijing's explicit behest. They have attempted to say that these are no big deal. If the Philippines knew what was good for it, they should stop making a fuss. Dapat daw alam niyo po, may mga email ako natatanggap, dapat hindi na raw ituloy itong hearing na to. We will not simply sit idly and behave because Beijing tells us to do so. We know that they are trying to corrupt and bribe to enable their subversion and hide their tracks. We are certain that the Chinese are not finished spying on us. Thanks again, ulitin ko, to the brave men and women of our security forces who have discovered all of this. Pati yung ating mga mangingisda, maraming salamat. Gathering sensitive information and watching the movements of our territory. We are experiencing this outrageous and disrespectful treatment at the hands of our Chinese neighbors. Bakit po? Bakit po nila ginagawa ito? Our neighbors who routinely stress that we are friends, who desire respectful relations. Bakit po nila ginagawa ito? Ginagawa po nila ito because as Filipinos, we have the temerity to stand to the Chinese. What you are doing is wrong. What you are doing is wrong. And we will not accept it. Sa lahat po siguro ng nakarinig ng mga testimonya ngayon at kahapon, sana po hindi tayo matakot. Sana po hindi tayo matakot sa isang malaking bansa. Lahat po ng pinaglalaban dito, lahat po na nakita natin ay atin. We will do what Filipinos have done when faced with the arrogance of the aggressor's power. We will resist. We will resist. Kahit po nagkakaloko-loko na ang laman ng ating social media. Naniniwala po ako na makikita rin ng ating mga kababayan kung ano yung totoo. I know that you are with me in this committee when I say we are prepared to say enough is enough. We can do so by taking immediate steps. Like for example, the law that we have filed, Senate Bill 2591, which would punish foreign interference in our country by means of hostile intelligence activity. Papataasan po natin ang kanilang penalty, sisiguraduhin natin non-bailable. And we can do it by standing up to a foreign influence task force, to root out and stop efforts like this. Siguro, magsama-sama na yung ibang ahensya. I admire, I support the current efforts of the executive branch to have a cohesive front to this, to confront this activity. We can do that by updating our espionage law, which is now more than 80 years old. Creating a strong and effective law on spying will ensure that those found to have conducted these harmful activities against our country will be held accountable. Maraming salamat po sa ating mga security and investigative agencies. By taking all these steps, kagaya po ng ginawa ng National Bureau of Investigation, pinapakita ng ating NBI, pinapakita ng ating Navy, pinapakita ng NICA at NSC that we condemn what China is doing. And we call upon China, sana nakikinig ang Department of Foreign Affairs, to immediately halt its hostile and illegal espionage efforts against the Philippines. And we ask the executive branch likewise to take all measures necessary to protect the country from China's continuing depredations. By taking these steps, we will be dealing the first but not the last powerful counter blow that a nation has long felt it could hit us with impunity. Hindi naman po tayo siguro magpapasuntok na lang. Perhaps more importantly, we will be showing China and the world that the Philippines is not quietly submitting to China's coercion and abuse. We are instead raising our voices in unison to defend the fundamental dignity of our people. We are raising our arms in defiance to those who seek to deny our dignity, to claim our lands and seas, and to rob us of our future. Paglaban po natin ang Pilipinas. Ako po ay nagpapasalamat sa lahat ng ahensyang naririto. Sana po hindi magtapos sa hearing na ito ang ating gawain. Patuloy po natin ipaglalaban ang ating soberenya. Maraming salamat sa Philippine Navy. Maraming salamat sa Coast Guard. Maraming salamat sa National Security Council, to the men and women in uniform, including the Philippine National Police Maritime Group, to the NICA, to the other government agencies, including the NBI. Salamat po. Let us continue to confront this crisis, and I'm sure we will win. Maraming salamat po. At kung wala nang gusto magsalita,
Mr. Chairman.
yes, we recognize Director Asek Malaya.
Yes. Mr. Chairman, what you have just shown to us this morning, Mr. Chairman, is very consistent with how the People's Republic of China operates. In fact, Mr. Chairman, the information space is really the battleground now. There is a concept, Mr. Chairman, of United Front work activities by the Communist Party of China, and this dictum of the three warfares. The first warfare is media and information warfare. The second warfare is psychological warfare. And the third warfare is legal warfare. And what you have just shown to us, Mr. Chairman, here is an example of how media warfare and information warfare is being used to advance, and information warfare is being used to advance its interests in the cognitive realm. Ang labanan po kasi ngayon, Mr. Chairman, is a public opinion, no? And when we saw